Angry morning, folks. We're starting with the latest censorship, and it's the most subversive and underhanded sneak censor I've ever heard of. If you go to my Facebook, this is all you're going to see, as though I disappeared on August 3rd. Of course, I have been posting like wild there since then, as I always do, but just in the last 2 days, noticed virtually no engagement. I did 11 test posts yesterday, and you can't see them. In fact, I tried messaging one of the posts directly to Adrian from Suspect Sky, and you can't see my post that way either. But the creepy thing is I can post and comment and message, but only my wife can see it. They knew not to cut her off because she'd notice, making this not an algorithmic endeavor, but one of intention. This is about as dirty as I could imagine it. I already have a lifetime ban on Twitter, and now, another major incident of censorship in the community, this time on Facebook. Hopefully someone you follow will want to blog or vlog about it. Could kind of use the help right now. But it's not like we're without major science news today. Starting at spaceweathernews.com, we find the last 24 hours on our star were quiet. Even the solar wind has returned to calm, silent range. But we did have a little something, an impulsive C-class solar flare, the spike on the right. This one can be located to the caboose of the 3 active region train on the north, the brightness. And indeed, despite the magnetic field prevalence, the flare maker is the only one with an actual sunspot. But get this, it flared as a strange UFO-like sundiving comet came in. And I hesitate to choose between those two options because as you can see with the zoomed-in version, there is zero curvature to the object. It's not appearing to be affected by the sun's gravity or the solar wind given the lack of tail features. And up close, we can also tell that's at least 2 objects, staying perfectly in line as they go. Let's get to the science and begin way out at the galactic level. Well, sort of. These are simulations of how long-lived spiral galaxies might come together, and it's more of the aesthetic piece for the day, as it's all mainstream assumptions and modeling, but hey, it definitely is pretty. One thing they're going to have to change, however, is the dark matter content of the halos, which in reality is 0. But here we're seeing another piece of that puzzle as the 3.5 keV line comes up empty on that front once again. And maybe they should take 2 steps back from there, because if this analysis is correct, it would change all of astronomy. Hydrogen atom concentration increases redshift. This would indicate that we have virtually nothing correct about the cosmos from a mainstream perspective of distance or time. Can't wait to see if that one goes somewhere. Up next, Japanese astronomers have discovered a molecular star-forming cloud that has just got the green light. Within the region, they notice everything from the earliest stellar formation stages to what they call the first hydrostatic core, to what we recognize as baby stars. The first hydrostatic core object matches the theoretical predictions nicely, they say. To be sure, nobody has ever caught a packed house stellar birth ward before. Let's head back home, but stop in at Ganymede on the way back. Interesting article and simulation available showing how they think impactors could have created the interesting ring features on the largest moon in the solar system. I happen to favor other explanations, but indeed, at least some of those circular areas appear to fit that description, just maybe not the big one. Last but not least, we're looking at the ocean motion, a point touched on in last night's special video. Today, we'll focus on the neck of the Gulf Stream, just astride of Florida. Woods Hole, the Yale Heavy team at the top of the world's experts on the subject, have now declared the Gulf Stream weaker than at any point in the last century. Just a reminder that with enough shutdown in that flow, the Ice Age comes on rather quickly. And of course, that was just one item we hit in last night's video. If you missed it, you won't want to. We hit the government, Bill Gates, and much more in that climate video. Still, would appreciate your support with anyone who might want to report on the censorship I've got on Facebook. And of course, this weekend is the last chance for 20% off everything at otf.cells.com. If you get in touch with a blogger or vlogger, or you are one yourself, happy to do an interview. We've got wind maps and shots of our star to close, and of course, we'll do this all again tomorrow. Right here, but right now, it's 5 a.m. in the new Valley of the Sun. Eyes open. No fear. Be safe, everyone.